Just wake up with Wakanna with our CEO, our visionary. I'm going to mute you. Yeah, I did mute you. I was taking this time though. So why don't you help me out by muting yourself now? I'm Phyllis Nance, your Chief Sales Officer and one of the four co-founders here this morning to bring you, introduce none other than our CEO, someone I've known now. Oh, girl, I can't believe it's almost 17 years. That is right. In December, it will be 17 years, guys. And this woman made an impact on me the first day I met her because the day before she had fired her boss. I never heard that term, but then I never met anybody like Melissa Boston. She walked away from a six-figure corporate America job because it was not allowing her the time freedom to be with the people she cared about the most. And so she went in this industry of social selling, became MVPs of three companies, built teams in over 46 countries, and guys turned around, pivoted in 2017, going back into corporate America to head up a cannabis company. Two years later, almost, we got started with Wakanna. And now here we are, guys, getting ready to go to our next plateau here at Wakanna. So without further ado, Melissa, are you out there?
Hey, Phyllis, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great, great. Always want to make sure that mute button came off. Okay. But good morning, good morning, good morning. You want to welcome everyone to Wake Up to Wakanna. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for all that you do. Just appreciate who you are. Phyllis is so humble, so modest. She is here, every week, every day, really introducing our speakers. We love you so much, Phyllis, for all that you do. Our first diamond, our first double diamond, our midwife. She is our CSO. She is helping all of us give birth to unlimited possibilities. And I want to welcome each and every one of you to the call this morning. For those of you who may be brand new to the business, good morning, good morning, good morning. For all of our folks on the line who've already leveled up, okay? Perhaps you've already hit bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or perhaps you're one of our sapphires, maybe a pearl, maybe a jade, or maybe you went all the way to diamond. We want to welcome you to the line as well. We start this call by sharing our vision and mission statement. Our vision, we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. And our mission is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. And so today, I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to jump right in. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to our corporate team. Every Saturday we meet with our corporate team. All of our department heads, all of our VPs have a chance, to connect with their C-suite member, and then we come back together. A lot of strategies happening, a lot of phenomenal ideas, and it's always exciting because I get to share, some of that with you today. So there's a lot of great things around that. So thank you, corporate group, for being the best team on the planet. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being the best distributors on the planet, because this is a company, I'm telling you what, folks, that we have some exciting things right around the corner. And so this is Momentum Monday. Today we do recognition. You hear about any deals that may happen, ranks that are happening as we speak. If there's a deal of the week, this is where you're going to hear about it. The first thing I want to do is announce regarding all of our wellness coaches. Last week, we made an email announcement regarding the wellness coaching cards. We figured some of you probably just didn't catch it when we first announced it and closed it out on August 31st. But we reopened it up. I know online it says we're cutting it off on September 15th, but we're extending that to September 30th. And we've had a tsunami of orders come in, okay? So just know that if you've already filled yours out, our team has you, okay? If you haven't filled it out yet, make sure you go to flatbellylifestyle.com/custom-card so that you can get your custom coaching card. These are just really fun ways to promote your business. We see all over the country, people are doing events. I know this Saturday in Chicago alone, all of us, okay, we're involved in some of us multiple events, right? And so you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself to win as a coach. You want to be the person in your city that's connecting to all of the different events that are happening. You want to make sure when they think of wellness, when they think of holistic coaching, when they think plant-based, you want them to think of you. And what better way than to leave a card in their hands so that whenever someone's doing a vending event, whenever they're doing any type of wellness workshop, guess what happens? They're always looking for vendors, and you're going to be the vendor that they look for, because some of our coaches, they come back for certain events repeatedly, because once you establish those relationships, it really helps take your brand to the next level. And so hopefully you don't get you left out of that, guys, because after September 30th, our team is going to be focused 100% on founding members, okay? And so that means they're going to have no capacity to do these cards. These cards take time, take effort, and our team is fully engaged in getting all of the ones that came out or that came in this weekend out. So just know, again, be patient with us. If you did submit yours over the weekend, maybe you submitted on Friday, those are actually going out in the next 24 hours. So check your inbox, okay? Also, too, there is another promotion. I know some of you have caught this because I see you out there building, your teams. You're selling those wellness dispensaries. But with every wellness dispensary that you sell this month, the purchaser is getting loyalty points, right? So you want to make sure you take advantage of that. Those loyalty points range from $25 all the way up to $200. And so you want to make sure that the folks that you're prospecting, maybe they want to get in position just in time for the founding members program, so that when they buy their founding members pack, they're going to have a chance to buy it at the crown jewel level, which is saving them half the money, okay? So that's a big, big deal. In fact, some of the ones who you've already signed up, and let's say they signed up at the $199 starter pack, well, this is the time you're going to want to get them upgraded. And so our team is actually working on an upgrade feature as well, so that you can go right to the website and upgrade to the next level and get in position, okay, for the founding members program, which is right around the corner. And also, speaking about what's around the corner, our legacy conference, it will be here before we know it. We are almost less than 4 weeks away, and we're super excited to kick off our very first pajama party. This will be an in-person event. There will be limited tickets on sale for this. That's going to cover your food. But what's exciting about this particular event is we actually are doing the big new reveal of our brand, okay? So our brand, we have some phenomenal updates to it, some color change. I'm just so much excitement around that. You're going to want to be there in person as we make this big reveal. And for those of you who might have to catch it via Zoom because you're not here in the Chicagoland area, then guess what happens? You're going to have an opportunity to also tune in via Zoom. And then on October the 22nd, that's going to be the official Legacy Conference. So hopefully you have marked your calendar. Hopefully you went out there and got your tickets. Super excited about all of our special guest speakers, our blockbuster announcements. And yes, you're going to have the opportunity to get your founding member packs with all the early bird perks, okay? So don't miss out. Now, tomorrow at 6 p.m., we have our investors meeting. So if you are an investor of Wakanna for Life, now this is not founding members, guys. These are investors. This is the group that was with us since 2019, who actually came in as an actual investor. If you did not get your email, make sure to reach out to Kathy@wakanna.com, but every one of you should have your emails already. Check your box, put her name, Kathy@Wakanna, in your email box, and it probably will come up. So super excited to meet with all of you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central, and that Zoom link is included in the email. Also this week, our newly promoted VP of Marketing, okay, Shannon King. Yes, she's moved from operations over to marketing. So you're going to see a lot with Shannon, with some of the great things we're doing on social media, some of the reels and other fun items, but super excited also because she is helping us coordinate a meetup this week. So if you want to meet up with Wakanna this week, we are actually going to meet at the theater there in Bronzeville for Women King, right? For Woman King. Super excited to see Woman King. I've been holding off because I want to meet up with each and every one of you who want to watch and debut this with us. Now, here's the deal. We did something similar for Wakanda, right? We did something very similar, but with Wakanda, we have the opportunity to actually take the whole theater. Right now, we're waiting for confirmation from the theater to see if it's going to actually be that situation or we're just going to have a large block of tickets. Either way, you're going to hear all of this. Our phenomenal VP of communication will get the details out to you soon. And our VP of marketing, she's actually working with the theater as we speak. I believe it's going to be on Friday. I don't have the specific time as of yet, but if this is something that interests you, make sure you reach out to the team because we want to make sure we secure a ticket and a spot for you. But I am super, super excited about that and cannot wait to go see Woman King, right? Super, super awesome, right? And so let's just now go right into a couple of other announcements before I get into my message for today. Well, Wednesday at 6 p.m., we actually have a special meeting with our emeralds and our diamonds, okay? So with our investors, we're meeting on Tuesday. With our emeralds and our diamonds, we're meeting at 6 p.m. Central, okay? So you want to mark your calendar. You want to make sure you attend this Zoom because I'm telling you what, folks, this is absolutely going to be what you've been looking for to get that momentum, to really get that excitement, to really figure out your plan for Diamond. I know a lot of you are strategizing right now. How do I get to Dubai? What do I need to do? I know many of you are reserving up, right? Like, can't wait for October, can't wait for November, that you can just really let loose. Well, what we're going to share with you, we first are sharing it with our investors. Then we're going to share it with you. But I promise you guys, it will absolutely not only blow your mind, but you're going to really see your pathway to diamond, your pathway to double diamond, your pathway to building a phenomenal residual income here with us at Wakanna. And don't worry, to our sapphires and rubies, we have not forgot about you, okay? The following week, we're going to have a meeting with you. And then for those of you who've ever qualified for silver or above, guess what? You're going to have a private meeting as well. So we are super excited because before our conference, we just want to make sure we give you as much details as we can, okay? And then the rest, you're going to have to wait until the conference to actually be there at witness for yourself. And so I'm going to actually, wrap this call up today by sharing the story. I know last week, Phyllis and I came back, from Houston. I mean, there was a lot of excitement. We came back from that amazing event. And then, of course, for those of you who follow us on social media, we had, that unexpected event that happened, on the airplane, okay? And so at the time last week, I said, you know what, I'm going to wait because that's a long story to share. There was a lot I had to get out because it was really a Monday where there were so many things happening, whether we had to announce those of you who've hit CD, just a lot of other announcements that really needed to happen first. But I wanted to really take the time and really share with you guys something, because the flight that I was on, that me and Phyllis were on last Sunday, I was actually on a Delta flight many, many years ago. In fact, this was way back in 2010, okay? In 2010, I was going from Atlanta to Maryland. I was actually heading to an event. Now, up on takeoff, immediately something was wrong, okay? And guess what happened? It was our landing gear. Our landing gear actually blew off the plane, they believed. They thought the landing gear was gone. And so what happened was the pilot had to make this announcement. So here we are, we're on this flight. And can you imagine your pilot coming on the announcement and telling you that they believe our landing gear was gone, which means we're going to have to circle around the control towers, right? So they can actually see, so that they can see and look under our plane while we're up in the air if we have any landing gear. And so we started this process, guys, of circling around, okay, these control towers. And guess what they were able to confirm? That we had zero landing gear, no landing gear. Now, your landing gear is what ensures the pilot's actually able to land safely. And at first, when you hear things like this, you're thinking, okay, I'm sure they're going to figure this out, right? But all of a sudden, the pilot is making these announcements. And before you know it, they're making us practice drills on the plane. And one of the drills they made us practice is this drill called brace for landing. And when they say the words brace for landing, you have to put your head between your knees. And not only that, they came back up on that intercom and they were telling us, oh, and by the way, everyone needs to take off your shoes. And we're thinking, oh my God, we have to take off our shoes. And then they explained, because when we make this landing, there's a high chance that we're going to actually have to exit out the emergency doors on those big, huge inflatable balloons, right, that you see, those inflatable landing pads, right? And because of that, they don't want everyone to just stampede over each other with heels and people get hurt. And so they need everybody's shoes off. And so all of a sudden, we're taking off our shoes and we're starting to realize the magnitude of this very moment. And so as we're on the plane and they're telling us 1, 2, 3, brace for landing, and people are putting their head between their knees, all of a sudden you feel this big sense of, oh my goodness, something's about to happen. And people started getting on their phones, calling loved ones. I'm reaching out to my son, trying to make sure he understood exactly how to access all my banking details and any policies that he needed to know about. And it was just one of those moments where you're just like, oh my goodness, is this it? Is this it? And it's amazing how we were starting to land. And as we look around, as we're starting to land, people were looking out the window. And guess what we saw? We saw fire trucks. We saw ambulances, and we're still in the air, okay? We're still in the air. And you notice that there are no planes anywhere because they literally started moving and evacuating every person, every plane off the runway. And this airplane, we found out after we got off of it, we were on CNN, okay? We were on CNN about this emergency landing here in Atlanta. I'm on this flight, okay? I'm reaching out to my son. I'm sitting there praying. But at the same time, there was this sense of calmness that came over me. And that the sense of calmness, because back in 2010, when I think about my life then, I think about the fact that I was at that epitome of success as it relates to the industry of network marketing. See, I never envisioned myself as being an owner in this industry. So because I had reached the top ranks, I think at the time I was the second highest paid female, in this particular company. With my son, he had not yet had kids. And I felt like I had poured into him everything that I should have. And so I just had this peace that if this was it, there was this peace that God just put over my body. Like I wasn't panicked. Some of the people on the flight they're crying, and there was just a lot of things happening, but there was this peace that happened, okay? And then all of a sudden, as we touched the ground, we touched the ground, and the flight started bouncing around, and it was just still this fear of panic, because one of the things that they were concerned with was the airplane would bounce off the runway, catch fire, which is why they had to have everyone move and the fire trucks there. But as we were bouncing around, it got to this point of certainty where we knew that the pilot had control of the plane, okay? And everyone started just busting in just tears and emotion and this applause, the sense of relief, right? The sense of we're here, we've made it, guys. And I'm just going to tell you guys that last Sunday, it was one of those moments where, we started Wakanna back in 2019, right? And this year, I really believe that we are now impregnated, okay, with this whole new vision for the company. And on that plane, it's kind of like you just have this feeling of, God, I know this is not our time. I know that we have so much more yet to give to not just this company, but this whole idea, this rebranding strategy, it is still within us, okay? It has not yet been released. We just talked about how 2023 is going to be the best year of our lives, and I know this is not it. And so I felt this sense of calmness, because at the same time, I just knew, I said, you know what? We're on this plane. So full, so pregnant, right? But so full of possibilities for our future. I knew that while Wakanna was birthed, the new vision and direction wasn't birthed, okay? It's within. And so just this feeling of we have so much more to do, so much more to accomplish, so much more to help take this company to the next level. And so we just knew, right? Just had this sense, this feeling that God is in control. God has the pilot right now, okay? And it was just amazing to know that out of all the pilots in the world, we had this pilot, okay, who was so calm, so poised, so experienced, and he was the perfect person for that job, for that mission. And when I really think about the pillars of Wakanna, when I think about how we started this company, folks, It was really with so much care, okay, so much vision, so driven by our mission, so driven by the fact that we are here to impact the lives of millions of people, okay? And we want to thank each and every one of you for entrusting us with your goals, your dreams, as we're moving this company forward, right? As we're taking it from this level to the next level, as we're declaring, again, that 2023 will be the best year of our life, okay? This is going to be our year of elevation. And so I want to just thank each and every one of you. We have the biggest announcement in the history of our company since the inception of what we did in April 20th of 2022 or 2019. That's going to happen this next conference at our Legacy Conference. And so you want to be there to witness history. If you weren't with us in the beginning in 2019, this is your chance, your opportunity to really catch both waves. You know, you've caught the wave of where we are right now, but you're also going to catch the wave of the beginning of where we're about to go, to that level of maximum momentum. When people think about the millions of dollars we've done, you know, that will pale in comparison to what is about to happen to this company. And our investors, if you are an investor, you're going to hear it first tomorrow. You're going to actually have a chance to hear some other exciting things. And also, too, emeralds and our diamonds, stay on the look for your Zoom link so that you can get all the details on Wednesday. But we've been working, I'm telling you what, folks, this is truly Team No Sleep, because what we're doing and what you're going to witness in October, first you're going to wonder, where did they find the time, okay? How did they find the time to do something that sometimes takes companies years to do, okay? But we're borrowing time, okay? Whether it's late at night, early morning, just getting it done. And we are just super proud, super elated to share with each and every one of you, you know, the next chapter for what we're doing, where we're going, and how this is going to impact all of you in such a monumentous way, okay? And so again, just in recapping this week, you know, today is our Momentum Monday, so stay on the look. Make sure you check back to our social media so that you can continue to be one of our top fans. And periodically, we're going to let you guys know who our top fans are. And again, for those of you who are out there, you know, really making sure that you're strategically building and getting ready for our founding members program, just know that with our basic pack, that's the starter pack. When they buy the wellness dispensary, there's a $25 loyalty credit they're getting. With the middle pack, there's $100. And with the big pack, there's $200. And those are loyalty points. And we're only giving them out all the way to until the end of this month, so that you can prepare all of your new people properly and allow them to be in the best position so that when they buy their founding members pack, they're able to do so at the lowest level, which is our crown jewel level. Also, too, for those of you who are continuing to promote and build your new customers, go out there and get your 3 this month. Not only will it help you qualify for your founding members check, but it's also going to help you qualify for our Get 3 New Customer contest. We want to see who has the most new customers this month, okay? In addition to that, we're super excited because on Wednesday, we're actually going live so that you can actually see the results of our drawing. Last Wednesday, we ran out of time on our Wellness Wednesday call, but we're going to do that at the top of the hour. So when you first get on our Wellness Wednesday live Zoom that we're now doing with the phenomenal Dr. Betty, you're going to have a chance to see who actually is receiving all of this extra $500 in products because they got their 3 customers last month, okay? And so you want to get your 3 customers so that you can be in our very next contest, because this month we have doubled it up. You know, if you win the top spot, it's $500 in loyalty, $300 for the number 2 spot, and for the number 1 spot, for the number 3 spot, it's going to be $200 in loyalty points, okay? And then there's $1,000 in loyalty points going in the pool where we're going to do that drawing. And then tomorrow is Transformation Tuesday. And guess what? We want to hear from you. This is where you hear testimonials. This is where you get training, tips, Of course, I already mentioned Wellness Wednesday, where you're getting wellness tips. You're going to hear a lot from our phenomenal Dr. Rita J. McGuire, but also, too, now Dr. Betty is there with us live in the corporate headquarters every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central. And again, we're going to kick it off with our drawing on Throwback Thursday. Do you have a picture of the past that you want to get to Dr. Roz so you can participate? Please send those in. On Fridays, so much fun because that is Fun Friday, going live to connect with you, our customers, and our community. Showcase Saturday. Distributors, this is where we highlight you. So we want to know about what's happening. Post them on your own social media, and guess what? Our team is always on the lookout. Post them in Wakanna for Life, and our team will find some of those photos and highlight you for Showcase Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have Self-Care Sunday. And so you don't want to miss your opportunity to plug in on Self-Care Sunday for fabulous tips. And so right now, what we have going on at 8:30, you can actually rebound with Wakanna. Dr. Roz is going to help you get your rebound on. One of the best, most effective workouts on the planet. They utilize rebounders in the cancer wards at hospitals. Do you know that rebounding can actually help break up tumor cells, okay? So you want to get your rebound on, get that oxygen flowing, get that lymphatic system moving. It's one of the best ways to get that lymphatic system moving. In fact, people after rebounding often find it increases their bowel movement. So go and get in with that class because it is amazing. 8:30 a.m., and that's Monday through Saturday. 2:30 p.m. Central today, you want to tune in with our trichologist, Doris Mosley, Rita J. McGuire, MD, our Dr. Rita, and also Kathy Weathersby. In fact, at 7:30 p.m., we have a new lineup. Super excited about our new corporate Zoom. Each week, we rotate new speakers. I know we've had the fabulous and phenomenal Bernadine Kirkland. Last week, there was Sharon and Tariq Rogers, who did a phenomenal job as well. We're just super excited each week to tune in to new leaders presenting on our corporate call, and you don't want to miss it. And then, of course, tomorrow, you want to set your alarm to wake up at 8 a.m. Central with our fabulous Diamond Extraordinaire, our double diamond, Phyllis Nash, our CSO for the Diamond Factory. And so with that said, I want to just tell each and every one of you, I am wishing you all a Wakanna day because we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top, and mark my word, this time we are busting through the top.